Hey everybody, it's Mr. M and it is time for math. Who remembers what we were talking about in our last math lesson? We were talking about patterns. Who remembers what pattern means? A pattern is something that happens over and over in the same order. There are lots of things that you can make patterns with. There are patterns of days. There are patterns of months. But we're going to be talking about patterns of shapes because that's easy to see. But everything we learn about patterns of shapes will be true of other patterns too. Let's look at some shapes right now. Oh, okay, in just a minute. Now here we have three sets of shapes. Two of these have the same pattern. Do you think it's these two, or these two? Okay, you got it? Now which one do you think it is? Alright, many of you probably said these two, but that's incorrect. Wait a minute, you're thinking, Mr. M, that's crazy. They have the same shapes, they have the same colors. And that's true, and it's good of you to notice that. But having the same pattern is not the same as having the same shapes. It's not the same as having the same colors. It's actually these two right here. How can that be? They don't look anything alike, but they do. Let's look at them next to each other. Now let's see how well they match up. Now the blue circles match up with the yellow squares. And the green triangles match up with the red diamonds. Can we do that with the other ones though? Let's put the blue and green ones together. These shapes happen to match up, but these shapes don't. They're not in the same order. One is circle, triangle, circle, triangle, circle, triangle. The bottom one is circle, triangle, circle, circle, triangle, circle, circle, triangle, circle. And the top one, circles are never next to each other and triangles are never next to each other. The bottom one, sometimes they are. Let's look at the two that match. What is the pattern here? Let's see. On top we have circle, triangle. Is that the pattern? Let's see. Circle, triangle, circle, triangle, circle, triangle. It's the same thing over these. It's two. It's a pattern of two. And this is square diamond, square diamond, square diamond. So the pattern here is one shape, another shape. Shape 1, shape 2, shape 1, shape 2, shape 1, shape 2. Over and over. They have the same pattern, even though they have different shapes and different colors. That's a little weird, I know. It's okay. Like I said before, the only hard thing in math is usually to get used to how to think about something. And once you understand how to think about it, it becomes very easy. So we're going to work on finding patterns. Let's look at one set of shapes. And these shapes, what kind of shapes are these? These are arrows. Okay? And what's different about the different arrows in here? Two things. They point in different directions. And they're different colors. So, let's try to find the patterns. Like I said, going to be A, this pattern, B, this pattern, C, this pattern, or D, this pattern. I'll give you a minute to look at that and think it over. Which one do you think it is? A, B, C, or E? What is the set of shapes that happens over and over in this? Alright, let's take a look at each one. start with the ones that are not. Put down A once, and that works, that matches. But pattern has to happen over and over, so let's put down A again. That didn't match. That's another orange, and that's under a blue arrow. So it worked the first time, but the second one didn't match. That is not the pattern. If it's the same pattern, it will match every time, over and over. Let's take a look at D. Does this match? This is the down arrow and an up green arrow. Nope. What's wrong? The orange down arrow matches, but there is no green up arrow in this. So that can't be our pattern, right? Because it's not in there. Let's try C. Does that work? C is down orange arrow, left blue arrow, left blue arrow. Let's put that in. Well, the down orange arrow works. The first blue left arrow works. Oh, but the third blue left arrow, that's not there. It's a down orange arrow again. So that can't be our match. Let's look at B. Well, it's the only one left. So we could say that's it, but let's see, and let's take a look at Y if it does. Okay, so we put it in once. Orange down arrow, blue left arrow. Will it still match if we put in another one? Look what we got here. Orange down arrow, blue left arrow. Let's try one more time. Orange down arrow, blue left arrow. Yes, this is our pattern because it's the same thing over and over. Now this ends in just an orange arrow, but that's just because that's where it ends. The pattern is still the same. The pattern is still down orange arrow, left blue arrow, down orange arrow, left blue arrow. So the pattern is just these two, over and over. I'm going to give you a worksheet to work on. It's going to be attached to this. Okay? I want you to finish that as best you can. Find the matching patterns. All right. Bye, everybody. Talk to you soon.